Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And the Atlanta Falcons. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. And he stopped immediately there. Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Newton. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They are going to go for it. It's Newton. Got him in. It's right. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Newton. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Again, Newton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And the return. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive. First interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. After the interception, here's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you swing it out to your runner.
And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Julius Peppers in there to bring him down for a loss of 7.
20. Hey, Tuesday. 12. Hey, express.
3rd and long. It's Ryan. And it's complete. Hooper. A really nice gain of 25 yards. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover. gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Julius Peppers in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Ryan. And he will find Ridley on the left side. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. Third down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
Now it's Ryan. And that is going to be incomplete. The All-Pro line good, then 7 losses in a row in 2018. Besides Cam Newton retooling and not maybe running as much, what else needs to happen in Carolina?
I have to start with Cam Newton and his running, because they've wanted him to run the ball less in recent years. But what's that expression that Cam used? A lion's got to roar. Running the football is a part of me, and it allows him to feel like he's part of the game. Well, they've got to be more judicious about that. He just has to get healthy, because he was throwing the football better than he ever had in his career. But I do think the injury changed everything for Carolina, because when he couldn't make the throws necessary, it really hurt them moving the ball downfield and put a lot of pressure on their defense.
With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. No doubt it was a good season for McCaffrey. Finishes 6th in the league in rushing the football over 1,000 yards. But how about what he did in the pass game?
Imagine if he just focused on one or the other, the kind of numbers he could put up. Instead, combining fantastic season. Over 1,000 on the ground, over 100 catches in the air. This guy can flat out do it all. And if they weren't worried about injury, he'd return punts and kickoffs as well. He's a dynamic player.
And those 107 catches in NFL record for a running back. Now it's Newton. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, 2nd down. And by the way, need to pass along a reminder that our ladder for the Madden Challenge tournament is still open in MUT Drafts until February 11th. And the prize pool for the Madden Challenge, folks, $190,000.
And who wouldn't want to participate in something where you could get a piece of $190,000?
That's what I'm wondering.
Get in, get it done. Let's have some fun.
Brooks Reed with a tackle.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And that is incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Palardy now on to punt as he sends this one away. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So out come the Falcons now. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. On first down, Ryan. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down. Well, a reminder to everyone out there, coming up soon, the NFL Club Championship event. Now, there are a handful of those club events that haven't been determined yet, but eventually there will be a representative from each of the 32 NFL teams. It's about $700,000 worth of prize money, and it's all going to take place live on Twitch every day at 3 Eastern, noon Pacific, starting January 30th and running through February 2nd. Don't miss it. Forced out to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, 55 yards. And the Falcons are in for 6. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Off play action. Newton. Looking for Funchess, but it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now Ryan on first down. Past the 20. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Bryant now to tack on the extra point. Bryant's extra point up and good. And it's now 14-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Throwing is Newton. Flush to it. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brooks Reed. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
That's right now.
Third and long, it's Newton. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And Freeman lost the football. And the Panthers have recovered.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Vic Beasley able to make the tackle.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They go play action here on 1st down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Deion Jones able to drop him for a loss of 4. Now Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Here's Ryan, and he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. And now we get a timeout called on the defensive side of the ball by the Panthers, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, South. 21. 11. Hey, express.
Here's Ryan to throw. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Gun.
To throw is Ryan. And that'll be Incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. So on 4th down, the Falcons will call on Matt Bosher to punt it away. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive. As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 39 that time. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that.
This is caught. It's Sanu this time for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu from 6 yards away. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Steps away to his left. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Greg Olsen was the intended target. And that'll bring up second down. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaff, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Deion Jones in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd and long. Newton going for the deep ball. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They will go for it. Now Newton. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback and his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know they're going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And his throw is incomplete.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Ryan will throw again. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Thomas Davis in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. With that ball hitting the ground, let's take a spin around the league real quick. You know, last week we discussed the head coaching vacancies. There were 8 of them. Well, a lot of those places have already found new coaches, Charles. Some old faces in new places. Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay. Adam Gase staying in the AFC East, jumping from Miami to the Jets. And how about some of the new fellas?
Yeah, how about Cliff Kingsbury? He went to USC to be the offensive coordinator after losing his job at Texas Tech. Ends up being the head coach of the Arizona Cardinals. Freddie Kitchens gets the job in Cleveland, gets the promotion. Vic Fangio finally getting his shot to be a head coach. He's going to Denver. And Matt LaFleur, he's going to work with Aaron Rodgers in Green Bay.
That leaves us with 2 remaining spots, Cincinnati and Miami still searching. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Come on now.
We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Newton. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there.
And now here's another interception. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys hold a lot of pride on, too.
No doubt about it. They are excited about where they are in this game.
Flushed out right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. 23 yards on the play. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Hey, Tuesday.
Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On second down, Ryan escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to go deep down the left side. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
39.
On third down, Ryan. Looking deep for Julio. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know exactly why I tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered cover. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
11. There we go. Get out. Wait. Get out. Wait.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They've been burned twice already on fourth down, but the third time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Adams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they get the takeaway, but that's just step one. They still have a lot of work to do.
But they don't want to focus on that now. Now it's about getting the ball in the end zone and hoping they can take it away again.
Yeah, still a 3-score game, though, fourth quarter. Now following the interception, here's Newton. Wide open receiver, complete. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Now they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Going back to Moore. This time he's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, they go with a slant that time, 15 yards and a first down. He's going to air one out. This is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They give him a gain of 38. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'll be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. With that matchup, the adjustment that was made, you have a blazing guy on a blazing guy, and defensively, he won that battle.
The closing speed is the key. When you have a guy that fast and he can close at the end of a play and knock it away, that's a big deal, and we just saw him do it right there.
He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. No gain at all on the play there, and that brings up 4th. If you're going to pass down here, you better get that in the end zone.
I agree with you totally, and as we both know, the field's already condensed. There's just not a lot of space, so you've got to create some by getting some people downfield into the end zone. If you want to throw it short, you've got to have some movement, some room in order to do that. That one didn't work.
McCaffrey turned away on 4th and goal, and this shot in. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. Got some room at the 30. And they will finally get him down at the 28. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, 4th quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching Atlanta, our apologies. Ryan wants to throw it. Over the middle, that's caught by Ridley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Throwing again, Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Tuesday.
The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And he comes back with one complete. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the 1st down. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Now Ryan on 1st down. Dancing to his left. The left side completion to Jones. A big play there, Ryan to Jones. 49 yards.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
Oh, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5-yard now. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitive.
And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Vernon Butler. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Now Ryan. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Austin Hooper, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons will add on to their lead.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. They are down big. They have not scored a single point. I don't know. Are they so defeated at this point you just want to get in the locker room, get the heck out of here?
That is one way to approach it. Sometimes coaches say, that's it, okay? It hasn't worked all game. There's no sense in doing something now. Let's get out of here. No one gets hurt. But others will look at it and say, we still have an opportunity to do something.
There's pride on the line.
Exactly. You have pride on the line, execution as you look forward and get ready for your next game, and a message to your team. We're not going to quit no matter what the battle is. We're going to finish this thing out.
One last throw here for Newton. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So, Charles, are able to complete what so often seems to be elusive, a shutout in the NFL. And maybe what's fitting is they ended EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the architectural wonder that is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Chicago Bears. Matt Bryant of the Falcons set and ready to kick it off, and we are underway from Atlanta. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
You see it?
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And they didn't wait long to take a shot there, that's for sure, but it falls incomplete. And it's 2nd down. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky again. Going up top. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe.
Right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Bryant will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, South.
After the interception, here's Ryan. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. Great change up there on the route and got that inside release, made it a successful pitch and catch.
Well, the first thing you want to do is have him thinking that you're going outside, make a move in that direction. Then you really don't run the route against the whole body of the defender. You run against a half of him, and the inside half, and he took it right across his face, got inside, and won that route in a big way.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Ryan. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
But one thing's for sure, when you got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. And no move by Dan Quinn to get the offense off the field. They're staying out there, and they're going for it on 4th.
12.
They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. They were caught in no man's land that time, but the decision to go for it, that was the right one. It's a 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. A first carry from the tailback, Devontae Freeman. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
They'll run for it. It's Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. For the Chicago Bears, Charles, as kind of the dust settles on this season, how do you think that they will remember it? Because right now, the fresh wound is there with the missed field goal. We get that, but it's a pretty good season they just had.
It certainly has been. Remember, they were last in the NFC North in 2018. They won the division in 2019, their first NFC North title since 2010. They acquired Khalil Mack to begin the year. And remember, they had a heartbreaking loss at Green Bay on a Sunday night to open the season. A lot of teams would have gone south after that. Instead, they went 7-1 at home, won 9 of 10 to close the year. They're going to be heard from in the seasons to come.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you wonder, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, Trubisky out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, already seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
Being chased out left. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. Finding Gabriel complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, Sam!
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Buying time and he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Jonathan Bullard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. On 3rd down, Ryan. Connects with Sanu right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
Help me out, partner. Did they use up all their juice on 2nd down when they got the sack? Because on 3rd down, 0 pressure all the time in the world, and he picks up the 1st down with that throw.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. This is brought in by Hardy. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
22! 12!
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Doesn't look to be any confusion here as they come up now on a 2nd and 6 following the delay of game. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Falcons are in for 6. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But
pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9.
18.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13.
18. Gotta go. And Ransom. 18. And Ransom.
They'll indeed go for it with Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now it's Trubisky. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out, you see, and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
An excellent pickup of 34 yards. Looking to throw Trubisky on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
18.
Now Trubisky. Forced out to his left. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Bruce Carter able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. They'll give it to him up the middle. A good display of power, but ultimately it gets him just inside the 5 to the 4 and no further. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. On the toss play, Howard. No gain on the play that time, so a big stop, and it's going to leave him with a 4th and goal.
This offense bent the defense in their long drive downfield, but once they got within sight of the goal line, the defense went to don't break mode and is stiffened.
They converted once earlier on this opening drive, but now comes a big test. 4th and goal. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky, eluding the pressure right. And a big one across here as he's taken down. Brooks Reed in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. Now before the 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. On 2nd down, Ryan. Loose. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12.
Hey, express. Hey, straight ass.
Operating from the way downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime.
Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the 1st half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the 1st half.
We'll see if they do just that. 3rd quarter starts with a run by Freeman. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. To throw is Ryan. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
Let's get sack lunch. 12. Hey, let's go.
Freeman again. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, now they're in a spot that every team tells us when we have our production meetings they don't want to be in, 3rd and long, and that's because those back-to-back running plays just didn't accomplish a whole lot.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Hey, South! Gun!
From the gun, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's Matt Bosher now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along.
Looks for White, but it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. They'll get it to the 23-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. Freeman a first down and more. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. On first down, Trubisky. He sets to fire deep. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears have cut it to within a score. Parkey with the extra point. And that will shave one more off this lead. Here's Parkey now set to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
20, go!
They'll run it now out of the gun. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Hey, Tuesday. Hey, white light.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead. The Falcons on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Ryan. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half. Incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. Well, things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now he's going to send this one deep, and he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the interception, here's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
11. Let's go.
2nd and 10. It's Ryan again. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. turning it over. Now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Now they'll run it with Cohen, and he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bears are an extra point away from taking the lead in this game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, gun. Ready. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
21.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
11. Check. Get up. Watch the slant. Motion. Hey, express. Mike, check. Gun. Go.
Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
Go. Ready. Gun. Hey, let's go.
Here we go. It's Ryan on 4th down. And no, it's incomplete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Gotta go. 18. Blue.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Throwing now is Trubisky. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. I've seen, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here. 4th down play, make sure you focus just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
Now a desperation throw deep, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 57 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. Now the pitch to Freeman. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
12.
He'll get it up the middle, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense has it in the red zone, driving for the winning score. And he says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Oh, Trubisky going to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And the Falcons going to use another timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Blue. Hey, gotta go.
Here's Trubisky. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column. Trubisky to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
He'll look to throw. little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen.